Futures trading is risky and can result in substantial financial loss. Never put a futures position on without a stop loss order in place.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Short Term Trading Live with Oscar. We're going to talk about trades for Wednesday, 2/7/07. Let's step back to today. We got hit. You know what? Speaking of boxing, we got hit, but not too bad. I was at Golden Gloves tonight. I know all about getting hit. And I guess you guys do after today's trading as well. Paulson came out, started talking when we were short the euro. I put a flash update and said everybody out of the euro. We bailed out before we ever got stopped out. That one didn't work. Every now and then that's going to happen to us when these Fed governors come out. People from the Fed come out and talk. Hey, what can you do about that except for duck, right? What else did we do? We shorted S&Ps. I'd like for you to write into me and tell me where you got out, because we shorted S&Ps relatively on the highs and it stayed in our pockets all day. I waited till the end of the day waiting for a little more, so I didn't really make money in the S&P, a couple of ticks. Let me know where you guys got out, because yesterday that was a pretty nice trade. I mean, you were never wrong once we got short. So let's see what happens with that. Give me a call on that. Okay, for tomorrow, tonight's trading, we're going to look at copper. Copper, that's right, a metal. Look at the copper. Speaking of which, metals, keep your eye on them. I see things happening in these metals. They're taking a little breather here, even though they had to run up. And if my analysis comes out correct over the next few days, these metals are getting ready to go somewhere on the upside. Let's see what happens with that. Copper tomorrow. Place your orders tonight on electronic markets. I'm going to buy March copper at 246.20 to 245.70. That little gap right there, if it gets around the 246 area, I want you to put your orders in and get long. You're going to put a sell stop in below 242.85 on a stop. Gets below 242.85, I don't want any part of the downside. By the way, this is not for the weak hearts. It's not for you widows or orphans. It's not for anyone with a pacemaker. Don't go near this copper trade unless you're ready to trade. You know, this is a big one. It's a big stop loss. It's also a big profit. But don't go near copper unless you're someone who really swings and doesn't mind having a day every now and then. We're going to look for 252.5 to 254.5 to take profit on a day trade. I think you can get in around 246.20, 245.70, somewhere in there. Place your stops at 242.85 in case we're wrong. Look for 252.5, 254.5 on a push up. Now for you slightly longer term traders out there, the guys that like to use my numbers in their own way and hold on to trades, I'm looking possibly for 258.5 within the next 2 days. 258.5. So I'm going to be getting out around 252.5. You know, the Lords of Trading willing to let me get that lucky. But if it really wants to go in the next 2 days, you're going to get to 258.5. Keep that in mind. Buy them around 46.20. Anything under 42, say goodbye. Nice risk reward on that. Big risk, but big reward coming. March S&P. You know, we've been sitting here. You hear me day after day. We're at this teeter-totter high. We put in teeny little highs, but it runs away nowhere. And that tells me you got to stay short with this until it blows out finally. I'm going to trade it every day this way unless A, I get a technical signal to change my mind, or B, that market makes up its mind. Because I'm not going to sit here and miss it when it finally happens. So I want to be short, testing it in case it breaks to the downside. And once we get stopped out on one of our shorts, hopefully it won't happen. But if it does, then we know we're finally blasting off. So I have a really tight stop plan for tomorrow. My work tells me to make those stops tighter and tighter. You've seen what happens. If you look at videos in the past, you see what happens when we make the stops tighter. Something's about ready to give. I always play the S&P from the short side when it makes a new high. You go look at your charts. You'll understand why. I've been around a long time. I won't even question that one. So we're going to sell it again tomorrow. Until this thing breaks out, we're sellers up here. Sell your March S&P Mini between 14.4.5 and between 14.54.5 and 14.55.5 on a little bit of a run up. You want to sell them right in there. You're going to place your buy stop at 14.57.75, maybe 14.58. But it tells me something if it gets through these highs and trades above 75. Tells me that now, no more playing the short side, but that's another day. I'm not looking that far ahead. For now, place your buy stop at 14.57.75 or higher. Look for profit between 14.44.5 and 14.43.5, similar to yesterday's trade. You may actually get it to break down further, but you know, with some support at 47 and more support at 44, and the marketplace out there looking to be long this thing, let's be nimble on the short side of a bullish market. So that's how we're playing this. Omni indicator. Omni says down S&P. It says up copper. Keep your eye on the metals. As I said, they are getting ready to do something. Not yet. I'll let you know when it's time. The Nasdaq, you know, strange thing. S&P says down tomorrow. Nasdaq doesn't agree. Nasdaq looks like it wants to go up. Jack, that one's for you. That's why I didn't give you the trade. Nasdaq looks like it may want to go up tomorrow. So I'm a seller in this S&P. I'm a buyer in the copper. Oh, by the way, you have to be out on the close if you're a day trader in copper. Now, I had a question from a couple of people about closes. For me, a close is the close of the dinosaur den. The ones that still exist, whatever pits are down there where the dinosaurs are breaking rocks, those markets I like to be out of by the close, especially if it's a losing position. If it's a winning position, you may want to hold it through the electronic close. But in my mind, on most days, a close is the close of the pits. If it's a winning trade, you can stick with it, get out in the electronic market before that one closes. If it's a losing trade, always be out when the boys close the floor. That takes care of the two trades for tomorrow. Remember, the copper's a big risk. Be careful. S&P, we're going to continue to play it. As I said, sell this rally until it either breaks or makes new highs, and then we know where we're going. You need to stay in this to win it, and that's why you'll see me keep shorting this thing by the highs. It's not breaking out, so getting long isn't helping. If you're not in it, you're going to miss your opportunity when it comes. So I'm in there, and I'm in there slugging and slugging every day because I got to take my shot so that I'm right and I'm standing in the market's face when it goes. Sort of like boxing. That's why you always see me throwing my hands. You got to be in there every day, throwing your punches. You duck, you weave, you bob. But if you stay there and you fight, you'll see. You'll end up winning the rounds. Base hit, base hit, base hit. And we look for the home run when we add the base hits together. Remember, and I'll say this every day, your stops, when you place your sell order to get in, you place your buy stop to get you out in case we're wrong. I've heard so many stories, once or twice, even me over the years, where I put on a position and in a flash something happens and the market says goodbye and your stop, which should have been out, doesn't exist, and your account goes from this to this. There's nothing you can do about that. And some people still don't get out because they never place their stop and they freeze. Place your stop. That cannot happen to you. Simultaneously place your entry order and your stop. I gave you a quick lesson about where not to really place your profit objective order, because then it jades you and it gives you an area where you know you're taking profit. And you know what? Nobody ever knows where they're taking profit. They have a notion, but no one can ever know where it's going to go. With that in mind, leave your buyback order for profit in your mind. Know the area if we get there and throw your order out there and grab it. But always take your profits when you can. It is never too soon to take a profit. Never, never, ever. In fact, anybody trading with me today, if you stood by that rule and took a quick profit, I was actually looking for a bit more of a dip, so today I didn't take a quick profit. Very uncharacteristic of me, as you know. But I didn't take the $700-800 I had on a 3-lot position sitting in the minis because I was looking for a little more. You know what they say, bulls and bears make money and pigs eat crap. And that's the truth in trading. Today I was a little bit piggish. Man, I ate crap. I didn't get my money. Generally, I hit those base hits. I take them, I put the money in the bank. So keep that in mind. It's never too soon to take a profit. If you're walking down the street and you find money laying on the gutter, you pick it up and put it in your pocket. You don't stand there and wait for it to magically turn into more. When you're trading and you got money in your pocket, keep it. Sign off. Get out of the trade. Tomorrow's another day. Keep that in mind. Subscribe to us when you're at YouTube at futuresanalysts.com. When you're at the YouTube/Futures Analysts channel, which is my channel, subscribe to me and you'll get the videos the second we make them. YouTube sends them right out to anyone that's subscribed. You can email me at futuresanalysts@gmail.com. If you email me with your email address and a request to be put on my flash updates list, I will put you on my database. Flash updates allow me to tell you instructionally what to do throughout the day when I change my mind and shift and weave and bob and get in and out of these markets. It would have saved you a few dollars today in the euro currency trade that went bad if you listened to my flash update and took the loss when you were supposed to. So they are important. They're essential to getting yourself out. If you want, you can give me a call at 718-351-2266. We can talk about markets. I can put you on the flash update list. That's it for today. Let's keep swinging. Remember, I was at the boxing ring tonight. I watched a bunch of fights. I'm ready for tomorrow. Keep your dukes up. Let's go, traders. Good luck trading. Oscar out.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I am a 24-year seasoned trader on and off the floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years. Good luck trading.